good.
All right. Yeah, it's been a while. How have you been?
I'm alright. I can't complain. Life is lifing. Your side?
No, I've been alright. Yeah, just the books are booking.
What are you
Just that the
studying
books are
towards?
doing the most. It's information sciences and criminology.
Oh, okay. And how far are you with your studies?
It's my first day.
Oh, you got a long way to go.
Yeah, but overall, like so far so good, eh?
Yeah,
Overall, it's we can't complain. Yeah, overall, it's proper.
that's good.
We are not complaining so far. Yes. Okay, being that you cannot expand both screens, I'm guessing it's gonna be like a video call. All right. Yes. Should we jump right into it?
Sure.
Can we jump right into it?
Sure, no
Cool.
problem. Go for
All
it.
right. Yes, my beautiful viewers. Okay, my beautiful viewers. Yes, let me officially welcome you to the Blue Circle Live. I'm not. I don't really know why I keep on calling this the Blue Live. That no one is wearing blue here. But yes, let me officially welcome you to the Blue Circle Live. This is basically where we sit down and have a nice chat about diabetes and everything that goes on with, like everything associated with diabetes. Being that, hey, like nobody talks about this, eh? So if not us, then who? And on that note, my name is Muhluri Nkuna. Jara Kamabutani. And yeah, being that it's still Heritage Day, today Nkuna. I mean, it's still Heritage Month, today Nkuna. I'm Mr. Nkuna today. Simply because it's Heritage Month. And let me just put some respect on my name. And yes, I'm joined by the ever so lovely Sunny. Will you please quickly introduce yourself?
Sorry. Thank you so much. My name is Mazibuko, and you're saying it's Heritage Month. It's also my Diaversary. I'm 29 years living with diabetes.
No, oh yeah, I'm at the station, but then if I was in the studio, you would like honestly right now, I'd be giving you the horns. I'll just be going like pop 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 pop. And yes, man, like 29 years. How do you feel? How do you feel? Like, what are the
I'm alright.
feelings?
Yeah, I feel. Yeah, I think. I mean, you live each day as best as you can, and then the next thing you know, you've actually lived 29 years with diabetes. It's wild because I think when I was younger, I didn't think it would get to 29 years. There was the thought of maybe they'll find a cure, and then also there's the thought of how many people do you know that have lived that long with diabetes. But I'm grateful for life. I'm grateful to be able to say that I'm 29 years living with diabetes. It's not always easy, but I'm managing. I think I'm managing okay. How long have you been
That's great
diabetic?
stuff. Great stuff. So I'll be turning 5 on the 21st, like on the 21st of October. I'm officially turning 5. Yes. And speaking of like what is the best way to commemorate your Diaversary? Like what is the best way to commemorate it? Being that with me on my side, I think like last year I got myself a medical ID. So like a diabetes tag, which is that I'm type 1 diabetic in case of emergencies. In case of emergencies, this is the number that you can call. This is my medical aid number, and so on. So last year, I got myself a Muhluri t-shirt. the color was blue. And I'm also thinking that this year we get a Muhluri Sundowns t-shirt again, but this time we go and get it printed. I need the number 5 on the back. Like I need the number 5.
I get that. I get that. I haven't really done anything major.
So what is the
ever.
best way? Yeah.
I don't do anything major to celebrate. I think maybe next year, because it will be 30 years, I must plan and do something proper. It's just always just a matter of just sort of like reflecting on the years gone by, the fact that I used to prick my fingers. They used to have this very big machine. It was almost like a gun that they used to prick us with back in the day, and then it became a pen that we used to prick our fingers. So just reflecting on how things have changed from using syringes to using pens. So it's always, for me, it's always a matter of reflection of how things have changed and how much I've progressed. And also, I think another way that I celebrate is to just always talk about diabetes, to let other people know that you can live a long and sustainable life with diabetes. And I think that's the best way that I can personally celebrate the milestones in this diabetes journey.
Great stuff. Great stuff. Now, what are some of your highlights in the past 29 years? Like, let's get highlights going.
Are there highlights? Are there any highlights in this? I think it's living outside of the stigmas that exist within diabetes. 6 years ago, I became a parent. I was able to have a good pregnancy with no complications, despite what I've heard. We always hear, Ubuti, you can't carry full term with diabetes. Your child will have complications. Your child might have diabetes as well. So being able to have a very healthy child and have a healthy pregnancy as well, I think that counts as a highlight for me, in the sense that despite what we've heard, you are able to live and be okay. Another highlights was this year I had a much better A1C coming in. So that is always, I think it's always a highlight for anyone, because it just shows what you have better control of your diabetes. For those wondering what A1C is, it's basically your average blood sugar reading over a period of about 2 to 3, because that's how then they're able to determine if there's any possibilities of something going wrong, because things like taking bloods, etc., is something that we have to do. With diabetes, the more you know, the better you are able to take care of yourself. So stop running away from the tests that we need to do. Let's face them head on and do them so that we can manage our diabetes better.
Great stuff. And speaking of A1Cs, right? Last month I just got my results back, and remember I think I went to the doctors like 3 months ago, where I was struggling to maintain my sugar, so they had to do like an emergency A1C, and I was sitting at 9.2. So like last month I was sitting at 6.2, so we're down 3 units, which was a very big thing.
So what have you done? What have you done?
That's why, like, the level of excitement.
Bring it down.
Okay, so like initially, so like I noticed that like I was very much like stressing out, like diabetes has the tendency of like stressing you out, right? So like I was basically doing that. So like now, whenever I feel like overwhelmed and stressed out, I'll just go for a walk, go for a run, and also like give myself a chance to like actually like focus on my books. Just just ignore the diabetes, like just ignore it as if like it does not exist. I know it's there, but just ignore it. Just put it to the side. And yeah, I switched up my diet like really, really rapidly, like to the point where my mother was like, "Hey, Chief, are you like what are you doing? Are you preparing yourself for like to get a summer body or what's going on?" I'm like, "No, I didn't get a summer body. I'm just trying something new." And all of a sudden, boom, sitting at 6.2.
Well done, well done. Keep at it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, eh? And yes, and that was like a bit about the wins that we've had like over the past month. Actually, like over the past 2 months. So, viewers, tell us like what are some of your wins that you guys have collected? Being that what's the point of us talking meanwhile you guys are not joining in? That's really really not fair. So just type on the chat box there and tell us, Guti, what is your biggest win? Like for the month, right? And like here's the thing. At school, right? I had to like currently I'm writing a paper about what's this? About the what's this? The sustainable like developments, right? So basically, oh yes, SDGs. So I'm writing a paper on SDGs. So like in that paper, I had to like choose two SDGs to write about. So the one that I chose was the right to health and well-being, which is SDG number 3, and SDG number 13, which is climate action. So while writing that paper, like actually like I felt like I might as well just speak whatever that's inside my heart, eh? By this I mean like I took it to like me first being like diagnosed, like that entire like the entire first paragraph just basically gives a highlight of me being diagnosed in the public sector, how expensive everything was, me not getting access to the meds that I needed, me getting bent out, me like saying, "No, I'm done." And then all of a sudden moving to the private sector, where like now things, yes, it's expensive, but okay, we're coping. Like now we get access to meds. Like when I texted you, I was on an Uber back from collecting my meds, right? So like I want to know, like what are some of the things that come with diabetes, like particularly let's go to like the financial side of things, being that hey, diabetes is very expensive, and whenever I complain that hey guys, man, I cannot go out because I'm broke, they're like, no, but then you see, like when all you do is buy sneakers, and I'm like, yes, I buy sneakers as a reward, like basically I'm paying a lot of money for you guys to be here, like for you guys to be looking at this handsome face. I pay a lot of money, so you guys need to bear with me. So I need someone to come and tell them which like how expensive like living with diabetes really is, eh?
It is expensive, especially if you want quality care, right? As you said, public sector versus private sector medical care is not the same. Typically, when you go to a public hospital, that's where you get the more generic insulin, the generic medication for your diabetes care. And even in the private sector as well, we do get exposure to more modern medication, but not all medical aids cover the full cost of it. For example, there's a rapid fast acting insulin called Fiasp. If I'm not mistaken, Fiasp came into the market about 4 or 5 years ago. Luckily, it is covered fully. Well, most medical aids cover it fully. But there's also a long-acting insulin that I use called Tresiba. Now, Tresiba has been around for a while, for more than 5 years as well. But you normally have to motivate, because I've been on Discovery, I've been on Fed Health, and I'm currently on Momentum right now. But none of them have paid the full amount for it. There's always been a co-payment, and you need to motivate why you need the newer version, because they would rather have you using generic medication, and generic medication isn't always it works, but it isn't as modern and as up to date as the newer innovations and newer medication that is available. So that alone, for my insulin, I pay an additional 400 rand every month just for the insulin. I had my script redone, and there is a, okay, I don't have it with me, but there is a it's a hormone, right? No, it's an adrenaline. So if you go hypoglycemic or your blood sugar drops, in a state of emergency, you're supposed to use a glycagon pen to bring you back, and bring your sugars back up again. That also was another, I think it was another 300 rand co-payment that I had to do. So already I'm knocking at 1,000 rand, and I haven't even mentioned how much a sensor costs. Luckily for me, I am an ambassador for Abbott, so I get my sensors for free. But for people who are not ambassadors for Abbott, sensors cost over 1,000 rand, and you need 2 in a month. So you can already start calculating that you haven't even bought bread yet. Hey, you haven't bought bread, you haven't bought milk, you haven't bought the basics of food, and already your diabetes care is already coming to almost two. It's actually more than 2,000 rand already that you need to just be able to focus on diabetes. And if you look in the South African context, the reality of it is, in Cyril's economy, we are billionaires as people in South Africa. And one of the diabetes that I spoke to the other day was saying to me, in the South African context, sometimes people have to make a decision between, do I have food or do I take care of diabetes? And that's why we've got such a high number of people who are diagnosed with diabetes but are not taking care of themselves as well as they can, because they can't afford to. They have to make a decision between, do I pay for food? Do I, like you said, do I go out with my friends, or do I make sure that I've got the diabetes supplies? So my prayer for South Africa is that we get to a point where our medical aids cover the things that we need, or if not medical aid, then the national health situation changes so that we are able to be taken better. We're able to be better taken care of by the system. That diabetes is expensive, and that's just the medication, hey. And that's also for somebody who's just like on taking care of just diabetes, because remember, some people with their diabetes then also have comorbidity. So there's other illnesses that they get because of a result of being diabetic. So high blood pressure, one of my complications is my eyes. So every 2 years I need to make sure that my eyes are taken care of. Other people have other conditions that they're taking care of over and above diabetes. So kuningi that we as people living with diabetes have to take care of before we can even think about what does my diet look like. I'm just now talking about just my medication. And then the next step would be, what does my diet look like? And that's why I always say to people who come to my DMs and ask me, what do you eat? I always try and take it back to your situation and say, what do you eat at home? Tell me what is available in your home, and I can give you a bit of guidance on how you can better structure your food so that your diabetes doesn't suffer because of the situation that you're in. Because there's also the thinking that diabetic diet has to be extravagant and expensive, and but people living with diabetes can eat normal food. It's just a matter of knowing how to prepare the food and make sure that it's able to sustain you and be able to work well with the medication that you're taking for your diabetes. Also, a disclaimer, we are not medical professionals. So if you want to change your medical regimes, please go back to your doctors to just find out if we're just sharing our experiences. We are not medical professionals.
Yes, we're not medical professionals for just living the life professionally. So yes, and like with yes, as much as like with all the financial strains, right? There is also like the mental health strain that someone actually gets to sacrifice that. Hey man, food or a living. What must I do? Like me going out with my friends and me staying at home and like a few years back, I was actually in grade, I think it was in grade 11. Yes, I was in grade 11. And I was out of needles. Went to the clinic, I'm like, guys, I'm out of needles. They're like, no, we gave you enough needles. Mind you, there were only 15 needles. That meant that I have to start like rationing needles. I was like, no, alternatively, let me just do this. Let me just purchase needles. Those were the first needles that I bought. And mind you, I was still in high school. I never even told anyone at home that I'm buying needles because I'm out of stuff like that. Yes, like whenever I mention that, hey, I'm out of this, even now it's still like that's panic. But now the panic is getting better because they're getting used to it slightly. So like I bought myself like my first pack of needles, and I think I spent like close to 200 rands buying the needles. And mind you, back in high school, that money was a lot. Even now, that money is a lot. But that money was a lot. I was like, SS. So, like, this is all the lunch money that I have, like, that I've been saving. So, like, this is 2 weeks worth of lunch money. But it's fine. I need needles. Bought the needles. I was like, yeah. And then now we had to move to the private sector. So like that is where I actually realized like yes sir, so like this is actually the cost of living, to the point where I sat down with all the statements, like with all my statements. I was like, okay, on a monthly basis that's like 1.7. 12, added that to the side. Like, okay, then what else do I also add? I'm like, oh, doctors like consultations. So like I pay 520 for, like, let's take it if I have the flu or something else, because I know that if I just ignore it, like saying it's the flu, all of a sudden this flu can stay with me for the next 3 months, because that has happened before, or I can end up hospitalized because of that particular flu. I was like, okay, let's just add those costs in. What else? Oh, my endo, the consultations. So like that costs like 1,000 rands per session. So I see him twice in a year, so that's like 2,000 rands. Plus the food. Okay, how much do you actually spend on food? Okay, plus minus this much. When I sat down, calculated all those costs, I realized that I spent close to 70K in a year.
Really grant as people with diabetes because wow.
It's a lot. I don't even pay that much for school.
Yeah.
Honestly, I do not even pay that much for school. And yeah, it's like it's a very, very crazy business, like to the point where like every year I have a tendency of like opening an investment account, saying that okay, like this is where I'll be saving and so on. Last year, investment account paid off, but that money I bought diabetes equipment. I was like, okay, let me just get myself my first sensor. Let me do this, do that, do this, do that. All of a sudden, boom, I'm broke. So yeah. But okay, no, I'm from the pharmacy now, and they're calling me. Okay, I'll talk to them later. I'll call them tomorrow. So yes, so like being that is mental health awareness month. Yes, October is like, yes, tomorrow will be mental health awareness month. So like what are some of the mental health aspects like that are associated with the cost of living with diabetes?
I think over and above just the cost of living with diabetes, people with diabetes just generally have a higher risk of having mental health challenges. So you will see if well there are studies being done to show that people with diabetes are more likely to go through depression, anxiety, and other forms of mental health. Like I said, I'm not a professional, so I can't name
Hello?
everything. But people with diabetes do
Good, thanks,
carry a
yourself?
lot.
Yes.
So as I was saying, people with diabetes
Yes,
carry a
yes,
lot.
yes. I can hear you. I can
They
hear
carry a
you.
lot mentally in the sense that there's a lot of things that they're thinking
Oh,
about
hi.
and trying to balance while also trying not to show up as being we carry a lot of guilt
Yes. So,
as well
yes.
because of if
Quick one. Were you able to
people
load the script? Yes. Okay. All right. Yes, I am. Oh, I'm very, very sorry. I thought I was muted. I'm actually in a session right now, ne? So yes, please load the script. We'll sort it out tomorrow, please, ne? All right, thank you. I'm very, very sorry. I'm very, very sorry. I thought I muted myself. I thought I'm muted. I'm very, very sorry.
oh, good. I thought I'm trying to figure out quiet because I'm getting distracted. So I was saying people with diabetes carry a lot. They carry a lot mentally because we as much as we don't speak about it, we do carry lots of guilt. Like if for example if I've taken my medication and I've had a clean breakfast and when I test again maybe at 10 o'clock and my blood sugar is sitting at 12, then I start thinking, what did I do wrong? Is it me? Did I do something wrong? Is something wrong with what I ate? Is something wrong with my medication? So a lot of those things we carry and we don't vocalize to other people around us. So we carry that guilt amongst other things, and that's why um, there's a prevalence for people to go through diabetes burnout, and that's why it's so normal as well because we're all going through so much and we're trying to hide the stresses that we're going through to the point where it actually does affect us and we feel that we do need time out from diabetes, and that's why we go through the burnouts. So there's a lot that we do mentally. We think that we show up as being okay, but there also comes a point where we need to speak up and say, actually, right now I'm not okay. I need to not see my CGM numbers. I need to not test my blood sugars. I just need to survive, and we'll come back and sort everything else a bit later on. But I always say this. I always say this about diabetes burnout. Go through the burnout, but come back. Don't dwell in the burnout. Go. So go kodwa ubuye. Same thing with diabetes burnout. Go through the burnout, experience the burnout, but come back. Come back because you owe it to yourself. You owe it to your life. You owe it to your loved ones. Come back and take care of yourself so that you can still continue living a long life. Here we are 29 years later. We go through the burnout, we go through the mental dilemmas and everything, but we come back and we take care of ourselves.
Great stuff. Great stuff. Like I'm like I feel like that is the word of the day. That is the word of the day. Just go and come back. like don't dwell too much on it, being that the more you dwell too much on it, the more it's actually like it becomes very, very like detrimental on your side. So just don't dwell too much into it and take each day as it comes. Being that
But
hey,
also speak about it. Speak
it's the
about
one
it
advice
as
that
well.
actually
I think it's important to speak about it as well. Like I think
like
we tend to go through it on our own and not seek help or speak about it. I mean that's why we have healthcare professionals, right? So at your next consultation at the clinic or with your actual doctor, I mean the last time I saw my doctor, I I stayed longer than I should have because I was just unpacking and just unpacking and unpacking. That's what they're there for. There's a bit of it that they understand, and yes, they will give you a textbook answer, but there is a bit of it that they understand, and they are able to give you direction in terms of how to get professional help when it's at a space of this is not no longer normal. Now we're going to a different space with your mental health journey, and you need more serious help with regards to it. So please, Ninga feeling apart, don't keep it all to yourself. Speak to someone, speak to your friend, find diabetes, find community. And what I found with diabetes all over, whether in Durban, Cape Town, Johannesburg, there is that commonality in what we speak about. So when I speak about burnout to you, you know exactly what I'm talking about without me over explaining what burnout is. If I speak to you about the issue of I thought I took enough insulin to cover this meal, but actually I didn't, and how I feel about it afterwards, you get it without me over explaining it. If I speak about, oh, I overcorrected and now I'm going to a hypo, you know that because you've also done that, you've also gone through it. So it's always good to always speak to people who understand the lingo without having to over explain. And if you do have family that are interested to the level of going into detail about your feelings through diabetes, also lean on them as well. Your family understand you and love you. In most cases, they're not. They love you unconditionally. So don't shut them out as well just because they're not diabetic. But like invite them into your space as well so that they can understand what's happening in your world, so that they can see when you are not okay. Yeah.
And yeah, just add a bit, like by the speaking, like I feel like it's like I find it better talking to a random stranger than actually talking to someone that I know. Like I know like most people my age actually like go through that. So if you're going and you're in an Uber, talk to the Uber driver. Like I feel like that is one of the best conversations you can ever have in your life, being that yes, you're educating, but who knows, maybe the Uber drivers are diabetic and actually relates to what you're going through, and then you actually like get to like you get to get a different perspective towards like from the way that you see things, like get to see it in a whole new light, you see. So just like keep on talking. Like for the ones that are in school, you guys have teachers. Like I was very close with my late grade 12 teacher, to the point where she was like one of the teachers that I actually like went to. I was like, hey man, I'm going through a lot and I'm in matric, and it's a lot. She's like yes. So her name is Memobadi. So like she used to be like, yes, it's Wananga. Like what's going on? Like lately you don't seem like yourself, because me knowing you, you're always the one who's causing chaos here in class, like starting unnecessary debates and so on. I'm like, no, I'm just really not going through like I'm just really not feeling myself lately. She's like, what's going on? Then I disclose the condition, and then all of a sudden we just begin like chatting, to the point where up until when she passed away, like she was one of the first people that I was very, very close to, and which actually like understood my condition. And yeah, just like whoever person that you find, just talk. Like talking really makes it easy. The same way that I met Sunny, we like it just gel like that. And I was this an Instagram follow, we slide to the DMs, all of a sudden we're talking, we're exchanging stories, and then boom, we're now here. So you know like the fact that I'm turning like 5 years in less than 30 days. I realized something, that like diabetes actually like has a lot of unseen battles. Like when I say a lot, I mean like a lot. So I'm a radio presenter, right? So at studio, we're not allowed to go into the studio while eating, because you'll make the equipment dirty, right? I remember this one time I went low during a show, and then I had to wait for the ads. Like I carried on with the show until the ads. During the ads, I ran outside, grabbed myself a packet of Maynards. I'm like, this one I'm sneaking it in. If they catch me, they caught me. You see? I remember there was also a time I was running. I was running the program for an event here, Save the Children, in Santon. So there I am. I get there, we prepare, everything is fine, and then I check my phone to like see how far my sugars are, so that like I can make the necessary adjustments. Like if I need to make adjustments, because I was drinking a lot of coffee. So boom, I'm at 12 point something. I'm like, okay, let me just quickly like drop this a bit, like just drop it a bit. When I check my bag, I'm out of needles. I'm like, I forgot the needles. Even lawyer, I ran to my facilitator. I'm like, hey, I'm out of needles. We need to make a plan now. She's like, Evan, how did you forget the needles? I'm like, no, needles are very, very like forgettable, eh? And then she's like, okay, cool. Let's just quickly drive to the nearest mall and get you the needles. We did that, drove to the mall, got the needles, came back in time, and the session ran very, very smoothly. So like there are times where like let's take it that you're at work, all of a sudden, boom, your sugars begin dropping randomly. There are times that like that you can be like having the best time of your life. I remember there was a time I actually posted my frustrations, like the fact that I can never finish a football game without my sugars going hyper. Being that like football is very, very stressful, especially when the team is not doing what you expect the team to do. You see, being that being a football fan is not nice, but but yes, that like there are a lot of unseen battles. Like just a week ago, had myself another seizure. I went low during my sleep, and luckily enough, like this one was not as bad. Being that I managed to get up before it got very, very bad and corrected. So like there are a lot of unseen battles, but I feel like those battles actually like they shape you, like they make you realize like how strong you actually are. Because I remember me going low like 5 years ago and me going low now, like like those two Muhluris are two different people. Being that one used to panic and would say, hey, like now I'm low, hey, I need to run and get sweets, I need to run and get coke. But now I'm just chill and calm about it. Okay, I'm going low, let me just quickly walk to the mall, get myself a drink, and we'll be fine. So like I want to know like on your side, like what are some of the battles that no one sees that you go through on a daily basis?
Yeah, those, having a CGM, I can see when, what my arrow is looking like. But sometimes I think that I can make it. I think that I can make it. Maybe so I work in HR, I do interviews. Like the one time I was doing interviews and I had not eaten because I had back to back interviews. And I was like, no, I'll make it. I'll make it. But as you say, then suddenly your body says, no, we're not going to make it. Then the arrow starts facing down. I personally can't sleep. Like if I go to bed and my blood sugar is below 5 and the arrow is pointing down, I can't go to bed. I need to wake up and make sure that it's okay because firstly, I'm a single parent, so I don't want to put that burden on my child to feel. As much as I've educated her on how to read my blood sugar, she knows when the alarm goes off that we need to do something. But I also feel like it's also not her battle, it's my battle. I can give her the tools to help me, but if I can avoid it, then let me rather avoid it. We also have a responsibility as people with diabetes to make sure that we are okay. I think you know that by law, we're not supposed to drive if our blood sugar is below 5. And that's our responsibility as people with diabetes. I think there is a time where we say, I didn't know that my blood sugar is dropping, or I didn't know. Yeah, in most cases, when it drops, you don't know that it's dropping. But sometimes the signs are there. If you know you haven't eaten all day, or if you know that you took an insulin shot earlier on, but you didn't eat, or there are things that we know that I feel we can't always be surprised by. So as people with diabetes, we also have to take accountability of making sure that we are okay and not feeding into the circumstance of I'm diabetic, it's going to happen anyway. There are things that we can anticipate, and yes, it takes a lot out of us mentally to anticipate those things and think about the worst case scenarios. But we do have a role to play in saying that this might happen. I need to make sure that I'm okay in that instant. Support and your network is very, very important. And at home, in your place of work, as I said, I've had my alarms go off in my place of work, but everyone around me knows that I have diabetes, and so people check in to say, what does that alarm mean? Are you fine? Are you low? Are you going high? Do you need a moment? Because also, except for death, nothing in life can stop. No matter what's happening, everything can stop, and you can be given a moment to fix yourself, collect yourself, and make sure that you're okay. So yeah, there's that thing, but also I think when you do go low or you do go extremely hyper or extremely high in certain circumstances, um, for me, I sometimes do go through a period of feeling guilty, of feeling like I could have prevented that. I could have. It shouldn't. It could have not gone to that extreme. I could have done something to prevent that. So that's something that I sometimes battle with. That not a lot of people will see because it's a mental thing that people can't see. And then there are days where I just don't care. I just don't care. I'm just like, no, I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm just know that I'm alive. And sometimes, like, there was a time where I went running with friends of mine, and my blood sugar was, I think, at about 16. And my friends asked me, are my sugars fine? And I felt like I had to lie and say that I'm fine, because I also don't like it when they overfed. Because I know when it's time to say, like, guys, I'm struggling. And at that point, yes, I was at 16, that I also felt like I was okay. I wasn't at a point where people had to worry and stuff like that. So those are the battles that we face, and also always thinking, like you also said, that you didn't want to tell your family that you needed needles because everybody was going to panic. And there are times where we just like, okay, no, I know I'm not okay, but I'm going to show up as okay, because I don't want the people around me to do too much, or I don't want the people around me to panic too much and stuff like that. So those are the things we face each day. Each day as a person with diabetes, we're always thinking about, how will my action impact me, and how will my actions impact the next person. And also sometimes you are just doing everything you're supposed to do, but your body will decide, no, not today, I'm not going to correspond. Inject all the injections you want, eat all the green food you want, eat all the fiber you want. Today I'm not going to participate in this conversation. That's your body, and you also need to come to a point where you need to be okay with that as well, and just be like, I tried my best, but we're not doing this.
Yeah. Like now that we're actually like on TikTok, right? It's actually like taking me back to the training sound there, like laity up. So yeah, like basically like living with diabetes is basically a jet to holiday. Like you can be doing everything by the book. Today your sugars are fine. Tomorrow, Table Mountain. The next thing like it's just chaos every day. So yeah, just take it as it comes. And the thing is, being that like currently in Joburg, like earlier on it was very very hot, but in the morning it was cold. Hence why I'm dressed like I'm dressed like I'm going to Antarctica, being that it was very very cold, right? And like with the cold weather, it affects like our blood sugars very very differently, right? So it's yeah, like it's just a lot, man. Like I feel like the fact that when you have to wake up in the morning, you have to actually like make a lot of decisions. Yes, sometimes they may seem unnecessary, but then they're very much necessary to ensure that you get to live again to see the next day. Being that if now I stop thinking that, oh, like whenever I buy groceries I must start eating honey because I have a tendency of going low. Meanwhile I slept, my sugars were pitch perfect, my sugars were above 9, and yet I woke up very very low. So let's just have honey now in the groceries, you see, so that like so like the next time I go super low and just one spoonful, I'm fine. and it works like a charm. So yeah, like just those small things and taking account of like whatever really like your like whatever that your blood sugar is going through is not okay. Like most like sometimes it's your fault, but most of the time it's not really your fault. Like most of the time it's not really your fault. Just have to take it as it comes and just do your best to, like to fix it. And then if it's beyond you, you can always just go to the hospital. Being that those people are trained, like they're trained people who are there to assist you. You see,
100%.
don't just exactly, don't just like don't suffer alone. Like don't suffer alone. There are people that are here to help you. So utilize those particular people. Being that, what's the point of them being there if you're not gonna use them? Like I'm always telling my colleagues that, hey guys, me in this office I have unlimited paper. I'm not in this office I have unlimited paper. So if I wanna print question papers, I will print them. They're like, why? I'm like, I have resources. So it's so it's like it's my responsibility for me to use those resources. Because if I don't use those resources, then what's the point of them being here? You see? So we have employees who are at the hospitals. We have employees who are at your clinics. Go to those people if you're struggling. I remember this one time I was struggling to drop my sugars for a period of, I think it was like an entire day. My sugars were just hyper the entire day. I was like, you know what, this is beyond me. Sanelisiwe, yes, please prepare my file. I'm coming in right now. Okay, we'll be waiting for you. I Ubered, I go that side, I tell them, guys, my sugars are very, very hyper. They're in their 20s, they're refusing to come down. I need you guys to assist me. They gave me a drip, my sugars came down very, very well, and from there we've been cruising nicely. So when like whatever you go through, just like there are people who are there to assist you. And as you mentioned, like also utilize your diet buddies. Like what's the point of you having friends meanwhile you're not gonna be using those friends? Like make it make sense, you see? So yeah. Now like okay, now that you've officially hit the 29-year mark, like what do you think year 30 has for you? Like what do you think year 30 has for you? Like being that year 30 is a huge milestone. Like more life.
Yeah, that's
and then
more life for me, and I want more life. But I want to. I think this year I was very quiet in terms of my work and activism. Yeah, I think I was a bit quiet. I think next year I want to be more public about it, more involved. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's 30 years. It's big. So I'd like to spread my wings and impact other people's lives as best as possible, to just motivate them and let them know that you can do 30 plus years of diabetes.
like that's honestly great stuff, eh? Like it's very, very good. And on my side, like honestly, I never thought I'd make it to 5 years. I remember this one time.
Why? What made you
we were
feel
leaving
like
the
you couldn't
station,
make it
walking
to 5?
home. Like okay, honestly, like the stigma that was around diabetes, like mind you, I was newly diagnosed, so like I was very, very scared. They were telling me that they'll make me switch schools now, so like I must start afresh, new friends. And that time is that era of COVID, so like I'm going through COVID here. I go to school once in a week, and now I have this condition. I don't understand anything about this condition. So yeah, it was just a lot, eh? It was just a lot, to the point where I was like, hey, I don't think we'll make it to the 5-year mark. So yeah, hey, it's a lot. So okay, wait, this thing is telling me that we'll end the live in 5 minutes. Okay, so like it was very much a lot, you see. So I thought like, not like if I make it to 5 years, it will be a huge miracle. And guess what? I'm now doing a countdown of like, hey, I'm almost here. I'm almost here. I can literally taste the 5 year mark, which is actually great stuff, eh?
Well done.
Yeah, and on it, yeah, and like honestly, I feel like I need to just give a shout out to like to everyone who's been in my journey like throughout these 5 years. Being that, yeah, hey, I was not a very chill person to be around. I
Oh
was
no,
also
but
going through a lot. You forgive me,
all
guys. I was
people
going
with
through a lot.
diabetes are like that. I remember when I was younger, my parents would say, "Yo, I've a umudi," and then the more I interacted with other people with diabetes, then I also realized that apparently we're all cranky and moody and everything else. So yeah, they need to be with us because also it's new. Like our grandparents, yes, our grandparents had or have diabetes, most of them. But now we're also trying to navigate it, which is like we didn't ask for it. I was born with a healthy pancreas. One day my pancreas decided this is not it. I'm signing out. And now I'm stuck with being a manual pancreas, and I need to make it work in order for me to stay alive. So please allow us to be cranky. Allow us to be cranky. Allow us to go through it, because also remember what we are balancing is actually a hormone. So other people's hormones work fine, but ours don't. So please allow us to be moody. It's not our fault. But we are sorry for the times that we were moody excessively. Yeah.
Yes, we're very much sorry for the times that we've been moody, and we're very sorry for the more times that we'll still be moody. It just comes with the territory.
Exactly.
Yes, so it's a new season. We've officially hit the new season. I'm currently experiencing flu symptoms. I have a headache from hell right now. I'm experiencing flu symptoms, being that, yeah, seasons are now changing. And yes, and that comes with like adjusting the way that we did things, being that, hey, new season, climate change, it's like it's a lot to the point where, so whenever I'm in Limpopo, right, I remember this one time my cousins came to my room. They're like, Chief, when are you always in the room with the fan full, like on full blast? They're like costing us more electricity. I'm like, no man, I have to cost you guys with electricity. Like what do you want? Like let me tell you something. Whenever I'm in the heat, my body basically behaves like the Windows 95. Whenever it overheats, it just shuts down. So like and you guys know very well that Limpopo is very this light skinned. I can come back looking like my hair, and mind you, I put dye on my hair because diabetes decided to give me white hair. Decided to give me gray hair at the age of 20. So yes, so I can go to Limpopo this light skinned, I can come back looking like my hair, and it's not really on. So what I do instead, I blast the fan on the cold, on its coldest setting. My room is always very cold. The windows are always open. Even if there are mosquitoes, I will deal with the mosquitoes after. Besides, my blood is very sweet, so I think they will enjoy it. Cold water in the fridge always, just making it a norm, ensuring that my meds are very cool, being that side is very hot. And the thing is, December is almost here, so I have to go back home, just to go and visit my grandmother. I miss that. Yes, I miss that old lady. She's like, I miss her a lot. So yes, what are some of the adjustments that you'll be making this season, apart from you not wearing jackets? But it's actually a good idea for you to always carry a jacket, being that like this weather behaves like telecom network. Sometimes it's here, sometimes yes it's here, but then it's not here. It's just a lot.
For me, I always prioritize comfort. I hate being uncomfortable. I love aircon, so I have no problem with the aircon. So as we head into summer, I always make sure that I'm cool. I have noticed though that with change of season, I need to adjust my insulin. So like in the winter seasons, I'm eating more. I'm not moving as much. So I typically do use up more insulin in winter. In summer, I'm more active. And also my insulin addiction is quite rapid. So I don't use as much insulin, and my insulin also works with faster in the heat. So that's something that I've realized over time. So I don't use much. I don't use as much insulin. But definitely, I always say to my family everyone, the first time with me with my doctor was if I'm totally drinking, that's when you start
Um,
Yes.
okay, Sunny, I really, really lost you. Remember I was complaining about yes, remember I was complaining about those networks. So that network decided to be here and also not be here at the same time. I lost you while you were explaining that you adjust your about how you adjust your insulin. In summer you're moving around more, and then in winter you're not actually moving around more. So I lost you that side. Really? Yes, guys, you forgive us. Hey, network today is deciding to be the enemy. Yes. Yes, you guys will have to bear with us. Sunny will be back now. She's just sorting out some stuff. But overall, I'm not seeing activity in the comment section. Yes, I know there are only two of you, but I'm not seeing any activity in the comment section. Like, are you guys okay? What's going on? Do you guys have questions that you need to be answered? What's up?
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you. Welcome back.
That's what you get for making jokes about Telkom. I do have to go in a few minutes because I need to get my daughter to sleep. But I was just saying that with
All
change of
right.
seasons, I know that I need to also adjust my dosages. And also, it wasn't a matter of me wanting sharing these things with my doctor. I have my doctor on WhatsApp, so like I'm able to give her updates on what's going on and whatnot. And then we're able to do like a trial and error to see what works, what doesn't work. But typically, when it's colder, I'm eating more. I'm less active. I use up more insulin in the colder seasons. In the warmer seasons, I know that I use up less insulin. But also, I'm about comfort, guys. Please be comfortable. Please be comfortable. Also, please make sure that you moisturize your skin because um it also helps with like elasticity of your skin as well. So if your skin is less stretches and less what's the word, tears in your skin. Remember, Tina, with diabetes, our scars and stuff take longer to heal. So simple things like that, simple self care things like making sure your skin is moisturized, helps you in your management journey as well. But definitely summer, I personally am using less insulin in summer. I prioritize my comfort in all times. Prioritize your shoes as well. Please make sure that you wear comfortable shoes. You don't want to be getting sores and stuff on your feet unnecessarily. That's something that I personally like add on my list. And then I also just always say to my family, if you see me going to the toilet more often than normal, if you see me drinking more water than normal, just check in on me, because sometimes it's just a sign what's my blood sugar is a bit higher than normal. So yeah, that's me in a nutshell.
Great stuff. Yeah, just in closing. Just in closing, just I need like like words of encouragement. Being that there's someone out there who'd be watching this, who'd be a very very like younger version of you, who's probably going who's just newly diagnosed. They don't know what was their next step. It's just a lot. Like when you see diabetes is a lot. You see, it's just a lot. Like just something on top of another thing, on top of another thing, on top of another thing, which just becomes very very straining. Like to the point where they end up like having that mindset that I had of like, hey, I'm not never make it 5 years. You see, like now, let me just get my affairs in order. Ensuring that my parents have life cover, they paid, so that at least as much as like I'm struggling them financially, they can at least be rich after I die. You see, like what are some of the last words of encouragement that you'd have of who's just watching this?
Firstly, you're not going to die. And secondly, no, there's no such thing as a perfect diabetic. Nobody has perfect numbers. Perfect numbers only exist in the textbook. Um, use your blood sugar readings as data to better understand your body. So do the tests, do the blood sugar tests, use your CGMs if you can, but use information that you get from there to better manage your condition. Nobody has perfect diabetes. Nobody has perfect numbers. Use the information to better understand your situation and take care of yourself. Also, right now, so it's in the 9 years of diabetes.
Most definitely. And yeah, on my side I can say like you also like learn to utilize technology. Like technology is there to help you. Like there are times where like yes you have food at home, but then you don't know like how can you make that food to be diabetes friendly. So just go and Google, like actually, like in fact just go and chat GPT. In my fridge I have 1 2 3 4 5. I want to make proper food which is diabetic friendly. Chat GPT will give you a lot of nice recipes that you can actually follow, and that will actually won't be very much like strenuous to your diabetes. Number two, just talk, man. Like talk, like whatever you're going through, just let it out. Like we don't want to be a sad generation, no, but like you go like, yes, you are depressed because of the disease. Yes, it's depressing. Yes, it's a lot to go through. Um, it's a lot, you see. So just utilize like all the resources that you have. Talk to someone. Heck, if you want to, you can even just send me a DM. I will refer you to a whole lot of stakeholders that I have in my contacts, which can actually assist you to talk. So yeah, on that note, I think it's time that we love books. Sana has to go and do motherly duties, and yeah, on that note, thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. See you next month, right?
All right. Yes. Hey, next month is October. Eh? Don't worry. I'll see you next month because November I have exams.
And it's diabetes month in November.
So yes, I'll definitely be seeing you next month. We'll be talking on when. Yes, and they decided to give me exams in diabetes month, but it's fine. I'll make a plan. I'll make a plan to keep on advocating. And
All
yes,
the best.
on that note, yes, you have a good night. And oh, yes, And take note, guys. Yes, I have a dark humor. That I use dark humor as a way to cope. Being that if I do not use dark humor, there's a possibility that I might end up going mad. You see, so yes, I just tell jokes. I make fun of everything to ensure that I'm also fine mentally. It's a great way of coping. Just me making fun of everything is a great way of coping. And on that note, my people, let me laugh. Let us laugh. Let us leave you. You'll catch us up next time. Oh yeah, this video will also be uploaded on YouTube. Just monitor the platforms. I'll be dropping the links there. And on that note, thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Oh yes, and please say hi to my niece day.